Hey everyone, Deoptimize here, and welcome to a brand new RuneScape series where I roll the dice on my way to obtain a fire cape in the dumbest way possible. So this is RollerScape, a series where I'm going to play a board game that will determine my path to getting a fire cape. Introducing the board. We've got a series of tiles here with different items on them. Each tile I land on, I'll have to get the item and use it. Then I'll unlock it to use it any way I want moving forward. The main restriction of my account is that I can only equip items on the board that I've unlocked this way. I'll roll 1d8 every turn to determine where I go next. Typically, the lower the roll the better, since I'll get more items on my way to defeating Jad, but big jumps might save me some time overall if I've got a usable setup. Just like snakes and ladders, the Huey Codals on the board take me down, and the adamant ladder swords bring me up. When I land on them, I have to get the items on both of their sides to continue. Once I land on space number 100, or go past it, I'll have to get a fire cape with whatever equipment I've got across the board. Of course, there will be some exceptions here. Any quest equipment like Silverlight, I'll be able to use specifically for that quest, and I'll be able to equip any non-combat gear like Graceful and Teleport jewelry as I see fit. Also, like all good series, this will be on a fresh Iron Man, so no trading or using the Grand Exchange. And before we make our first roll, I'll explain some of the spaces that aren't just a regular item that goes in a slot. You'll see a lot of boxed metal item sets across the board. These are usually a full helm, plate body, plate legs, or skirt, and a kite shield. In my case, this will unlock all of those items, but it'll also unlock all metal items of that tier. In order to complete one of these spaces though, I'll just have to get the full plate armor set, the shield, as well as one weapon. Otherwise I'll be wasting time just hitting up a bunch of shops to get a bunch of redundant items. These tiles here are different thrown weapons: knives, darts, and thrown axes. These felt a bit more special than other metal equipment since I could safe spot with them, so I decided to keep them separate. If I land on one of these, I'll be unlocking that throwing item which correlates to the metal sets I've unlocked. Lastly is the core runes: Mind, Chaos, Death, and Blood. These aren't equipment per se, but the spells they cast are still important pieces for mage progression, so I wanted to note they're here on the board too. Elemental and all other catalytic runes are still free for me to use. Not Wrath runes though, those I'm not going to get. With all the formalities out of the way, let's jump right into my first roll. Okay, as far as good rolls go, I would say Iron Armor is going to be death, because then I have to get 25 ranged without really having a way to train ranged. 6 is a fantastic roll, Mind Runes. Then we're just starting on the magic train, and then everything kind of snowballs from there. 2 and 3 are fine. 5 is not as fine because I have to get level 5 ranged without a ranged weapon. I guess this is the first official roll, and we'll see where we land. 8. Okay. 8 is decent, you know, steel armor. It's good. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll roll with that. Got the character going. Okay, we'll just quickly go through Tutorial Island here. Wait, a quest spine? What the fuck? This is new. So the first thing we're going to do, like all good Iron Man series, is drop all of our stuff.
A bit of technique in there as well.
Goodbye items. And so I set off, doing quick math to figure out how much all the steel items would cost, leveling my attack and defense to 5 each, and for some reason completing Cook's Assistant. For this was not the adventure of a focused, goal-oriented individual, but a guy who really enjoys the early game. Anyways, I went through the Stronghold of Security, bought a steel scimitar, steel plate legs, steel plate body, and a full helmet from all of the usual suspects. And of course, I would buy a kite shield in Falador's shield shop. But it turns out they don't sell them at all. Thankfully, I'm well versed in the delicate intricacies of this point-and-click medieval game, so I typed oldschool.runescape.wiki into my browser, and found they're sold in the newish town of Mistrock. I quickly ran through the Children of the Sun quest by clicking blue, and made my way over to Mistrock to complete my first piece of the board. With the Dwarves of Mistrock behind my back, I equipped my steel set like the broke boys of free-to-play begging for mithril and moved on to my next role. Well, now that we've got our full steel set, including scimitar, all the armor, it's time to do another dice roll. And, I mean, looking at what's ahead, the furthest we could go is up to blue mage robes, which I wouldn't like. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to get them, but thrown axes would be good. Then we could start some range training. It's just I'm really afraid to get to something that is so easily safe spottable, and then I just can't. Rings of Recoil, Amulet of Magic, that'd be good. Amulet of Accuracy, good as well. Get a bit of starting mage XP there. Blurite Crossbow, that would be interesting. What level do you need? So you need 16 ranged to wield a Blurite Crossbow, which not totally impossible through, you know, lamps and such. So I would put that down in like C tier, but it would get us started with ranged. And then A, B, I guess, getting a mithril set, you know, I'd just have to go grind some money. Number 14 here, the egg is going to be very difficult, but then we'll slide right down to a mind rune, and that will be absolutely perfect because everything can die at some point with magic due to elemental weaknesses. Monk robes, C tier, and then wizard robes the same, I feel. So yeah, I guess I'll get the dice roller going here. It's 2. That's great. Okay, Amulet of Accuracy, good for all 3 combat styles. Get some starting mage XP with Imp Catcher. We get to hang out and kill a bunch of imps, so I think I'm just gonna go do that right now. There's nothing really stopping me. And what followed was the most grueling 30 minutes of my life because I went and got 20 agility. After that, I went on my imp slaying spree, hunting after the 4 elusive beads that would give me my Amulet of Accuracy and 1 boatload of magic XP. Yeah, there are a few imps around here. I might just tag all of them so that I can see them. But yeah, this should be pretty chill. Get a few strength levels going. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, before we even started this grind, we only had 6 imp kills and we already had 2 beads at, okay, well there's the first dupe. Oh yeah, 6 kills, 2 beads was pretty good RMG. Oh my god, we got a white bead at 31 kill count. So maybe this one will be the yellow one and I can finish. Nope. Brother, what the fuck just happened?
5 minutes later.
And so it sets in just how slow this is going to be. Oh, a chef's hat. That, my friends, has no stats. So on to the noggin it goes. Nice. Burnt meat. Need that for a quest, actually. Might as well pick it up there. If I decide to do Witch's Potion on the way. Which, I mean, why not? It is on the way. I guess it's not really on the way. But you know, you get what I mean. Hey, and there's a frog token. First collection log slot of the account, too. That's kind of crazy to think about. You know, first 1 out of 100 in case if I land on... There is the bronze staff of collection on there.
2 very boring minutes later.
Oh, how good it felt to be positioned so high, dining on Mount Olympus, looking down upon my future self as I had 2 beads in the first 6. Oh my god, okay, I was gonna do a long ass, like, crazy pilled monologue, but I don't have to now. We got the beads. Alright. You know, just goes to show, just like complain and you'll get what you want in life. Really. That's the lesson we've learned here. I decided since I'm in the area, you know, I might as well pick an onion here. I've already got burnt meat, and then I can do the Witch's Potion quest. Just, you know, get some free magic XP on the board. 1 Eye of Newt, please. Nice. Now that's a cool little animation. So yeah, Amulet of Accuracy and level 10 magic. If we ever get Mind Runes, I could cast Earth Strike. Otherwise, I'll have to train magic by enchanting jewelry. There's the Amulet of Accuracy, and I guess we can roll again. Hell yeah. I'll save you the long-winded analysis on this one. We only moved a couple spaces, so there's only 2 things to consider. Studded leather armor, which has the stats of shit from a butt, and then a maple blackjack offensive. To get that, I gotta complete the Rogue Trader mini quest, which requires the Feud, Rune Mysteries, Ixlorin's Little Helper, and Gertrude's Cat. All that is totally fine stat-wise, except for the insane amount of level 70 plus enemies to defeat on these quests, which will be fucked to deal with only using steel armor and a scimitar. 1. Oh my god. That's good. That's good. Low numbers are always good. Honestly, overall, low numbers are good. So we can move right on to getting an Amulet of Magic and a Ring of Recoil. And recoils will be fantastic because recoils can be used as like just free damage on people. All we need is food and recoils, and then we can destroy a lot of things. So that is a beautiful unlock.